For exercise P3-15, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start basically from the front. And I'm going to start just by drawing a line that's going to go over approximately 20. I'm going to try to get as much information into this as I can. So we'll draw this up here, straight over here, down. We'll get that going back over here. Draw it up a little bit. Bring this angle up, and then I'm going to draw straight up, straight over. Not necessarily worrying about dimensions right now. I'll take care of those in a few minutes. Get all of my angles and stuff in, and say I'm done. I do need to trim out that little section right there because I wasn't paying attention when I clicked with my mouse. So now between here and here we've got 60. So I'm going to go ahead and make that 60. The overall height of this entire block is going to be 40. So I want to come in here and put in that 40. Now I've got a lot of things to work with. I'm going to do a couple of equal constraints. I want this segment here and this segment here to be equal. This and this to be equal. I need to do a coincident constraint because I lost it when I trimmed between here and here. That should make a couple of additional things look a little bit better. I want equal constraints between here and here, here and here, and that should pretty much set up everything right there to be nice and symmetrical the way that it's supposed to be. So now I can continue dimensioning. I know that this right here is going to be a 45-degree angle. The height of this cut that goes in is going to be 5. The height of this segment right here is 13. This angle from vertical is going to be 60. The width of the top of this feature is 20. Okay, so now I've got basically all the information that I need to go ahead and do my extrusion. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the sketch and extrude. And my extrusion distance is going to be 45. So now that I've got this, I can begin to work on some of the additional features that I've got for this particular part. One of the things that I want to do next is I want to put that cutout that's going to be on the front. So I'm going to do a new sketch on this surface, and I'm just going to draw a line straight across the top. I know that that cutout has a dimension of 18 from the bottom, so come down here and make that 18. And now I can actually extrude that, picking this as my profile, setting it to cut. I want it to go back in a total distance of 10. So there is that cut. The next thing that I want to do is I want to do a draft. And I'm going to use a fixed plane draft. This is my fixed plane. This right here is the face that I want to draft. Now, this is saying that it's 105 degrees from straight up. Okay, so straight up would be 90 degrees. So the key is here is I need to figure out that 105 minus 90 is 15 degrees. So if I type in 15 right here, and I can see that I need a negative 15, it's going to drop that front face down by negative 15 degrees. So all I've done is I've taken the 90 out of the equation to use the 105. So we would have 90 to here and then another 15 to right here. So I can go ahead and apply that, and I've got my face draft in. The next thing that I need to do is I need to do a new sketch on this back surface so that I can get the cutouts in the back. Well, to get these cutouts and make my life a little bit easier, I'm going to use project geometry, and I am going to project these two lines and this line. Now, couldn't see what that was doing initially, but there's everything that it's done. Now I can go ahead and draw a line from this intersection straight down and this intersection straight down. And I can trim stuff out that I don't necessarily need, but realistically at the end of the day it's not going to make that big of a difference. When I go to extrude now, I can select this cut profile and this cut profile. Select cut, distance is already set to 10, say OK. And there we can see the completed object P3-15.